What's going on, YouTube? I got a quick question for you. Where does your anxiety lie? This is what I mean by this. I was talking to my buddy on the phone yesterday, and he's in the arcade business, putting arcade games and laundromats, building arcade games for people, just something he does on the side. And there's one area where he's trying to start a new business with the arcades, where he actually brings arcades out to a certain location. But he hasn't started that business yet because he has all the materials for it, but there's one problem. He doesn't know how to back his trailer into his driveway. And so what I mean by that is, it's perfectly parked now. But he says that as soon as he gets ready to park that that trailer in that certain spot, people come out the woodworks, and they're like, hey, turn the wheel right, turn it left, back the trailer straight, Everybody becomes an expert at backing it, and people just come out and they're putting them down. You can't back a trailer, what's wrong with you? You can't drive, basically. And he plays this out in his head. And he lives in a busy city, a busy area, and he can't get over that. So what happened? He didn't use this business yet. So I told him, I said, look, man, you know better than I do. The more information you have about a particular thing, the less fear you have. Meaning, if he goes out and say, hey, you know what? Once a week, I'm going to go out for 2 hours and I'm going to learn how to back this trailer into parking spots. I'm going to pull it over to the area, and that's all I'm going to do for a straight solid. It doesn't even have to be 2 hours, a straight solid hour. I'm going to back up, get it in, back up, get it in, go this direction, that direction. You got to do that in order to take the fear away. And he said, okay, you know what? You're right. Thanks for beating me up. I'm going to do it. My anxiety lies in not starting the process of anything. It's once it's about to happen, then that's when my nerves starts jumping. Like, for instance, I told you guys I'm doing a hot dog eating contest. And the lady was like, okay, great, but let me just figure out something at a certain location. Okay? So I said, okay, figure that out. And now she said it's an all clear. And the radio company has told me, hey, we can't participate in this thing that you're doing because last event we had like that where it was a consumption contest, one of our contestants died and it was a big lawsuit. So I'm just like, oh. So this fear came over me, whatever. And of course, no doubt of, well, maybe I shouldn't do it, maybe whatever. And then all of a sudden I saw this, I don't know if you guys saw, I think it's on the East Coast somewhere. There's like this big tower, and it's like a Red Bull competition where people build like these little airplanes made out of like paper and cardboard and whatever, and the winner basically floats. So they'll take this big thing and the water's down below, and they'll jump off this thing hoping that it's going to fly, and basically everybody's thing is just boom, boom. Then one guy, he got off and he just flew into the above the water. But basically what I'm getting at is this, guys. What is your anxiety? Everybody has it. No, if you sitting on here right now, you're trying to tell me you're calm, cool, collective in every situation, you're lying to yourself. But here's the question. Is the anxiety that you have, is it preventing you from coming into business or excelling in business even more? That's the question I think you should ask yourself. And what is that anxiety? And then once you find out what that anxiety is, then you just have to ask your question, how can I overcome it? Because you can overcome anything. So, just want to share that with you guys, something we can talk on, something we can discuss, and that's it. So, thank you guys for watching the channel. Please subscribe, and until next time, signing off.